See what we got.
Okay.
Ready?
Closing for the week. Les Bailey times 4. Joe Bell. Bring it!
Whoa!
The look in your eyes.
Wait, 2 years.
Bring the heat.
Danny Berlin, Jared Bjorkstrand 3 times. Bridget Blattner. Shane Blattner, excuse me, Bob Bowling 4 times.
No, Bob?
No.
He sat down in the pole.
Bubbo?
Bouchard? No. Victoria Brink, Deb Casello, Kristen Cole a jillion times.
The Watts?
Lisa Connor, Kevin Cross, Jeff Davis, Steve Day, Matt Dimmick twice, Kira Dreyer, Chris Drewsdale, Ed Erickson.
Throw one to Soldotna, is that possible? My arm's not quite that strong. I don't think I
We'll
can
build up
make
to
it.
that.
Yeah.
Phyllis Hensley, Carl Hines, no. BJ Hornak, Vicky Hudson, Broker Butch.
Oh, you get one. You almost had it with the ankle there. That was a good try.
He's a runner.
Patrick James, Ryan Johnston, Michael King.
I know. It's insane. You guys have closed so many deals this month already. We're kind of like mind-boggling.
Lindsay Larson, Paul Leishman, Valisa, Kavi Lucas, Ryan May Lucas 3 times, Mark Mandigo, Larry Malden, Vanessa Malarvi, Christy Tanner Mock a cajillion times, Reed Moore a cajillion times, Holly Meyer, Stephen Ollendorf twice.
I know that report. And more?
And more. Fred Owen twice, Amy Pelletier, Carrie Perkins, Clinton Peterson, Brittany Radford, Mike Schwartz, Beth Simpson 4 times, Lindsay Sizemore, Stuart Smith, Liz Spikes, Chris Thomas, Erica Tynes.
Chris Thomas, that was his first one, right?
First one.
For Chris, yeah? Yep, just got started.
Ryan Tollefson, Kristen Van Wee, Parker Wilson, Kylie Watt.
Awesome. Good job, guys. Fantastic. So a bunch of stuff going on, as always. Number one, want to remind you, especially if you are newer to Keller Williams, and even if you're not, E-Edge training is tomorrow, noon to 2:30 in the Eagle River office. Remember, we're bouncing the training every month. One's in Anchorage, then in Wasilla, then in Eagle River. Guys, just don't, if you're not using E-Edge to its fullest capacity, you're totally missing the boat. And you have this incredible resource right in front of you. So get out there, take the classes, take the class, and get cranking. Katrina, I see that face. Why would you not be?
If you're not using it, you don't get paid, so.
Well, not that part of it, the marketing and all of that. So definitely, please take advantage of that training. A few other items. I've got a card here, FYI, for Charlie Ellis, our staff, and Ed Walden as well. Charlie's mom passed away. We went to the funeral yesterday. He came home from California. He moved out of state. So we've got a card. If you want to sign it, we're going to mail it down to him as well. Just a little follow up with him. And Awake Shelter has a raffle going on downstairs right now. In the lobby, you can buy tickets to support Awake. They have some, Allison just went down and checked it out, killer prizes.
Oh yeah, you know, free trip too for Alaska Airlines anywhere they go, fishing trips, Fred Meyer gas cards. I mean, actually some good stuff. And we actually got a call from Awake saying, hey, you guys have been such great supporters of us for years. We're going to be in your house in the lobby.
Yeah.
So I know they're hoping that Alaska Group can show up. I know they're going to be down there all day today. So, you know, if you got some folks you need to call and you don't know what you're going to say, you can always let them know that one of our community partners, Awake, has their raffle going on.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. So get yourself down there, support Awake. That's a great place to donate. Wanted to let you know, I'm not going to actually, just out of confidentiality, don't want to embarrass anybody, but your Alaska Cares, just so you know, just approved 2 contributions to help out agents that have to deal with some really unexpected stuff. So we'll be distributing those checks. So your contribution dollars are hard at work, and you guys keep filling that fund, because we keep writing checks out of it to help
Way to go.
people.
Watch out, Mandigo. Good job, Mark.
Nice.
Nice.
Wow. That was like, yeah, was nothing. That was impressive. So
That's
we
all
do
you got?
if you're not, if you do not have Alaska Cares on your green sheets to contribute to, guys, $5, $10, $50, whatever, a closing, you are actually impacting the lives of people in Anchorage, and we are, yeah.
Oh, I just had a quick question. When I looked at the green sheet, it used to be we had the
Talk to
TW
Allison.
cares, the
I don't know.
AK cares, and now there's a new one.
The family fund.
Family.
The family fund
That's
is,
Des Moines,
yeah.
Iowa.
For those realtors who are with KW, for you guys who don't know, who the competition has basically illegally decided that they will not pay any KW agent. So they keep all the commission for themselves. And the KW agents are doing the right thing by putting their buyers into the right homes regardless of if they're getting paid or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell the best part of
Okay,
the
so,
story.
so if you, I don't know how you guys have missed this, this was all over Facebook for the last 3 months. And at Family Reunion, Keller Williams' office in Des Moines, Iowa launched, the competitor decided they wanted to shut them down, so they paid a $1 commission to any KW agent on any listing that they had. They pay a full commission to any other brokerage, but to Keller Williams agents, they paid $1. So
They can't.
they can. They've done it before to another competing brokerage as well. So Keller Williams International is bringing the full weight of our attorneys and legal action, but it's going to take forever to get settled in court, even if we are able to win. And it's been challenged before and did not win. So there's a chance that they may not. So in the meantime, at the Inspirational Breakfast at Family Reunion, 11,000 people there, right? There were envelopes on the table at the Des Moines Market Center, which had, I want to say, 30 or 24 representatives of the Market Center, which is a small launching office, brand spanking new. They were all basically sponsored to go to Family Reunion by other KW agents. So they were all there. They went up on stage. Mo shared the story, and $107,000 was donated on the spot within 5 minutes to pay commissions for the agents that had been wrongfully hurt. Now, what they are doing is, while we're fighting this legally through the appropriate channels, you have a box called the Family Fund on your green sheet. Any contribution that you put on there goes to pay these agents commissions on the listings that they are selling and putting their clients first and getting them in the right home regardless of pay. Yeah.
How could they explain that to their sellers, like, this is, I don't really get that.
They have about 47% of market share. So they have the listings, and it's kind of one of those situations where he who holds the listings controls the market, truthfully. I mean, that's really the business side of it. And so when you've got 47% market share, you tell the sellers, look, we're gonna sell it regardless. And they may or may not have to disclose that, I mean, who knows? But regardless, I mean, I don't understand all the ins and outs of it in terms of how the listing agent, all I know is people are doing the right thing for their clients, and we wanna make sure they're taken care of.
What's cool about that is they had 100% of their office, they were plus about 4 or 5 guests
Yeah,
also came.
yeah, they were all
Most
sponsored.
said, are you guys ready to sign now?
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing I understand from this family fund is set up not just for Des Moines, it's for anything in the future they may have to make this.
Correct,
Right.
correct, yes, because if there's an overage in
Right.
it, they want to make sure that, because this could easily happen, absolutely, yeah. So it's been challenged through the ethics board, it's been, that went nowhere.
Can we do
It
that
was,
with Prudential?
it was,
Can we do that to Prudential?
It's challenged, I mean, it's going to be an interesting.
We take the higher road, Linda.
Just
buddies.
So back to Alaska Cares. Locally, if you're not contributing, guys, again, these dollars go right here, right in our local community. And if someone were to ever apply for a grant through KW Cares and had circumstances large enough, they would have to go through Alaska Cares first. So it's really great when we can say, yeah, we can step up and write a check and help somebody. So good job, Alaska Cares Committee. What am I missing? Recruit Select is coming again, May 9th and 10th. We've decided that we have a little bit of a conflict because Red Day is also May 9th. So you may, but here's how we're going to win through this, and it's not going to be a problem. What we are hoping to do, and the details will be forthcoming, is actually have volunteer shifts at Beans Cafe, which, by the way, is Katrina's favorite charity in the world. So if you're taking Recruit Select, book it on the lunch hour, buzz down there, spend an hour and a half serving food, come back, no big deal. We'll make it work. and work around you. I think we can conquer that pretty easily. What am I?
Heart run.
Heart Run. Oh, okay. Well, again, concept here. So if you have not registered for the Heart Run
What kind of
yet,
coach is he?
And
he's
showed
a
up,
lousy
and I called
team
him out.
captain, isn't he?
Coach.
He's the
He's
absolute-
training, he's out running right
Yes.
now.
in his spandex.
I don't know. We should just give that.
He came in Butch's office one day right before the Olympics started, and he had like 2 deals go really badly. And he walked in and if you guys don't know Kai, you won't get this at all. But if you know him, he's kind of a bigger guy, and he leans up in Butch's doorway like this, and he goes, "I'm giving up this real estate thing, I'm gonna be an Olympic swimmer." And I just lost it. Absolutely lost it. So Heart Run, if you haven't registered, Allison's going to pick up bibs on Saturday, so get registered before then. Even if you want to walk, Jacob's going to be there. That's all I have to say about that. Jacob's going to do it. He's going, what have I gotten myself into? These crazy people are running and doing all this stupid stuff.
I'll be with Jacob.
We're going. You guys
I'm really doing it to support Melanie.
Yeah.
That's right, absolutely.
Yeah,
Melanie's, who's doing it? Butch, Joe? Joe's like,
I
I
signed
am.
my family up too, so.
No way, awesome. All
Well,
right. It's gonna be a lot
So
of
we have
fun.
like team shirts.
Just wear red.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't have team shirts. Everybody should have a KW shirt of something from Family Reunion or.
If you don't, I have extra. Come see me.
We've got them around, absolutely.
I want one of the ones that says, "Isn't Texas cute?"
Yeah, exactly, those are the best ones. Anything else I'm forgetting in terms of announcements? Shayna, Allison, Joe, Jacob, yes, Joe.
I just wanted to
Sorry, you're not the
introduce,
assistant team leader anymore, you don't get to do that.
I just wanted to introduce our new marketing director for Alaska Real Estate Team, Selena Hodge. And she's also going to be working pretty closely with leadership. We have a new marketing platform that we're getting ready to release. Agents can take advantage of it as well. It's kind of the bling bling look that KW is using right now through Michael Lewis Marketing. So you'll be getting some more information as we move forward. But really excited to have her running that side of it for us.
Yeah, we haven't said anything about this. We're gonna work through it, get all the kinks out before we open it up to agents, kind of beta test it, so that once you plug in and use it, it's, go, 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 not, I tried this and it messed up. So we're gonna practice on ART and us. You'll start seeing pieces. It is fantastic. Market Center's gonna
Super clean.
provide this for you guys, and I think you will find your flyers, your postcards, your everything. It's just gonna be incredible. Really contemporary, looks phenomenal, very professional. Yes, ma'am.
Before I forget, one of our Ignite classes, we do a whole class on an open house. And how you prepare for an open house, how you host an open house, how you speak to people when they get to your open house, what the point of an open house is. I teach my people the point of an open house is not to sell the house you're sitting in, it's to lead generate, to attract buyers. This is how we get people to your open house. We pass out 100 flyers by door knocking the day or two before. We did all this, we teach a whole class on it. I had one of my gals in Eagle River who's in Ignite, hosted an open house in Eagle River last Thursday from 5 to 7. Door knocked, handed out 100 flyers, stuck them up at Walmart, cars, everywhere she could think of. She was one of the 2% that sold the house she was sitting in to a buyer whose door she knocked on. So,
That's great.
so stoked. I mean, almost everybody that's done an open house under, following this system and using these, these lead generation opportunities has gotten a lead, a buyer. Almost everyone who's done it. Stahlcup's team, her showing assistants did it, got 2 leads. So it's really exciting. That being said, I have a few people that could use some open houses. actually am not getting return calls from people. I have agents call and say, hey, do you have an open house? And they don't return their calls. So if you have an open house, obviously I don't want anything up in Bear Valley. So if you have a good open house, good location, Sutton's, I'm not gonna encourage my people to door knock in Sutton ever.
With the shotgun.
Right. But if you have a house that's good, ready to go, ready to sell, and you need someone to host it, I've got some great new agents who are ready to go. David Taylor would be happy to look at it. I can't promise you he'll take it, but he will consider it. Feel free to give him a call, or if you need someone else, let me know. But
Absolutely.
they're learning how to do it correctly, it's working, and we actually sold one for Ed last weekend.
That's awesome.
So phenomenal. Whose listing was it?
Ed's, Ed
So
Erickson.
Amy Jerks sat at Erickson's house and sold it. That's so cool. And
On a Thursday?
On a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because, and I mean, we talk about, who in here, real quickly, just show of hands, who was in Matt Fettick's Recruit Select class? There was a piece of the class that just like nailed me between, you get that moment. It's not an aha moment, it's a holy crap moment, like you just got run over by a Mack truck. And he said, and it's funny, he can come in from outside because no one's gonna throw rotten tomatoes at it because if he leaves, and I have to stay there. Okay, that said, wait a minute. I'd like to keep my job, but not have you all vote me off the island. But, lack of effort. He was like, what did you think? That's it. It's a numbers game. Open houses, I mean, you'll know, I mean, I get it, like, everybody inside internally can roll their eyes and open houses. The truth of the matter is, if you don't have enough leads, and if you haven't made enough contacts, and you gotta get belly to belly with people, do it.
And if you get the opportunity to go to 100 doors for a reason, not to be like,
Yeah.
hi, how are you? Do you know anybody who wants to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? How uncomfortable is that? But if you have an open house flyer, and you say, hey, I'm going to be open housing a house down the street next weekend. I wanted to bring you a flyer. If you want to stop by, I'd love to chat, visit. Or if you know somebody who wants to live in the area, you're welcome to give this to them and invite them. How easy is that? What are they going to say? What's their words they're going to say? Thanks for stopping? 100 people, 100 houses, beautiful day. I mean, it's just,
And we got the weather to do it now
Right,
too. It's
right.
finally getting there.
it's an excellent regeneration.
Well, and I think sometimes, now with the team, my perception of an open house is different because I struggle to get them on the phone making phone calls to 100 people, but my girls, like, they're so excited. They're doing another whole open house this weekend. They're already planning next weekend, and each time it's 100 flyers, 100 door knocks. When I was door knocking, it was like, oh God, do I have to go door knock? These guys are like, let's go door knock. It's a party. So I mean, don't make that assumption with your team. I'm just saying, it's a party. They're like, they love it. They're enjoying it. So as a team leader, if you have a team, don't make the assumption. And don't let that carry down to your team, because if they would have listened to me instead of Shayna, I would have been like, oh God, we don't do open houses. Instead, I have a team that's like, yeah, let's go do them. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, seriously, it's pretty cool.
Well, and it's
So-
phenomenal, once we get this marketing piece in place and you have these flyers that are truly gonna blow the doors off of what's out there. I mean, they just look so great. You're gonna have a quality piece. You may say, well, I'm not great with graphics and I don't wanna use a template. Look at the product, you're gonna love it. Your neighbors will think, the neighbors of that home will think you're amazing. And if I'm in Ed Walden and I've got a listing inventory of 36 homes, I would love to be able to say, here, Shayna, take them, go if you.
Take 'em.
I've got inventory. You're gonna go door knock around my listings, are you kidding me?
Any one of those listings.
I mean, seriously,
He's not
what a
kidding.
great resource on both sides, so it's pretty cool. Anybody, yes, sir, Mr. Mandigo.
I think it's awesome we got some great new marketing tools coming up. I just want to say that even if you don't have those or you're not good, it doesn't matter. The
Yeah,
thing is, have
absolutely.
something. It doesn't, you know, because they're gonna throw it away half the time anyway. It's just something, go do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody new that I'm missing that we need to introduce? It's kind of happening fast, and I don't want to let anybody go by. I don't see any new faces. Okay, perfect. This morning we had a guy walk in. We're standing there. A guy walks in and goes, "Here, I passed. What do I do?" Okay.
That never happens.
He looks at me like, "You're kidding, right?" No, I'm not kidding.
Is this a secret shopper?
Never seen that. Okay, so I think that's all the stuff I wanted to cover. I wanted to go into 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth and kind of chat with you guys about the law of the ladder. Anybody know what the law of the, anybody has read the book or has it or hasn't yet? Yeah, teacher's pet. What's the law of the ladder? You're my favorite. Well, my best job, maybe. What's the law of the ladder? Character growth determines the height of your personal growth. So, as my coach said to me the very first day that after I stopped him and made him take me on a fishing client, the very first piece I said, you guys have heard this before, like you said, your business will grow to the extent that you do. Exactly, right? So you want to work on your personal growth. Well, at the time I didn't make a lot of, I mean, I got it, I understood it. Yeah, okay, I get it. I didn't really realize until months later how incredibly accurate that statement was. You guys, we have people that are just, your growth is amazing. I mean, I look at numbers and I look at business size and I look at what people are doing and it just blows my mind. And here's kind of the, I just want to make sure that we always remember this, that our character has to grow ahead of our business. Right? So it's not keeping up with your business. Your character growth and your personal growth needs to be like 2 steps ahead in order for that trajectory to keep going. Because the truth is, Joe and I were talking about this morning in the hallway, you know, your business can, a rising tide floats all boats, right? So the market's up, everybody's feeling good, everybody's going, wow, my business is taking by. Okay? Yes, no takeaways from that, and the market is up. And we're excited to get some reports that we're having generated for us to see how far we're outpacing the market. That's going to be exciting to see. But here's the deal. Don't delude yourself with your personal growth into keeping up and ahead of your business growth. So I want to kind of buzz through some things real quick. There was a survey done, and it talks about what values, personal traits, or characteristics do people look like and admire in a leader. During this survey has taken place over 75,000 people over various continents and over years. What do you think the one character trait that resonated as the number one every single time? Honesty. Honesty trumps all, always, over time, over languages, over cultures, over everything. Honesty was the most important characteristic. What we find is that people, and you guys know, sorry to do this, but a lot of them I just read, again, Maxwell, way smarter than I am, he does it better than I can. There's an assertion that people often focus on your professional capacity without developing character, and it almost always costs them in the end. It costs them their personal relationships and many times their career. The illustration is a long extension ladder. You ever see anybody climbing up a big tall ladder like the home inspector? Oh, it scares me to death. If it's lacking the proper support, what happens when someone goes on the ladder? It gets more and more wobblier, a word. It gets more and more wobbly, right? And you're watching going, oh my gosh, the chances of them falling are pretty high. Roman Schwarzkopf said, I can never say his name, the general. 99% of leadership failures are failures of character. 99% of leadership failures are failures of character. I had some conversation with a guy last night, just a chap, a buddy of mine. So he was talking about some challenges he was facing in his business, and he said something so interesting to me, very tail into the conversation. He said, you know, and it's a young guy, 30, maybe early 30s, mid-30s. He said, you know, Jim, here's the deal. I need a leader. I don't have one. I need someone with vision and direction. I thought, wow, that's
because we all, number one, want leadership, is why we elect the president. And why we want someone with great capacity and talent in the president's office, because we want to be led. It's why we want a leader within our family. It's why we want to be a leader. Understand that even leaders have leaders, right? The chain never stops. Most, 99% of leadership failures are failures of character. See, Stephanie, I understand this whole ladder concept. How do I climb it? And of course, what's great about Maxwell, he doesn't just give you theory, but here's how you put this stuff into action. Because number one, I will focus on being better on the inside than on the outside. I'll read it again. I will focus on being better on the inside than on the outside. You might see the movie Shallow Hal. Great flick, shot in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, all those spots. I always felt like anytime I get a little homesick, I go watch Shallow Hal and remember everything. What was the premise of that movie? Jack Black. Hilarious. Love it. What was the premise? Anybody actually see the movie? Yeah. Oh, when it's very about him and his.
Total narcissist, totally self-centered, wanted a hot girlfriend, yeah, yep. So he gets,
had a major change.
falls in love with this girl, right? There's a little magic thrown in. He sees this girl, and she's, do you remember who plays her? Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay, hello, gorgeous. Yeah. Like Gwyneth. I know. Everybody's involved now. So Gwyneth Paltrow shows up, but what's the secret behind Gwyneth Paltrow? What's really happening? It's a very, very large, very heavy, she's like a 400-pound woman, right? But he doesn't see her. But then what's really crazy is he sees all the beautiful people, and what does he see?
The ugliness.
Just ugly, right? And to me, that's just a real great illustration of this. So many times we focus on how we are on the outside. And we put a lot of work into that. We brush our teeth. We tweet. I mean, it's hard being a woman, y'all. We got a lot to do. Just to maintain. That's not even to get better. You know, we take care of ourselves. We work out. Oh man, I picked up 10 pounds. I gotta drop 10 pounds. I'm gonna try my hair. We put all this work on being beautiful externally, and there's nothing wrong with that. But do we put the same amount of work internally in that? So he talks about what we believe really matters, what we reap, we sow, what we do or neglect to do in the privacy of our daily lives, who we are. Impacts who we are. If you neglect your heart, mind, and soul, it changes who you are on the outside as well as on the inside. Here's the thing, it shows up sooner or later. Who you are will always show up. Do you remember Dave Ramsey talking at Family Reunion about letting crazy in the building? My favorite line. So for those of you who work there, he talks about his screening process and how when he makes a significant hire, not just a basic hire, but a significant hire, he always takes his wife, he and his wife take them to dinner. Why does he do that?
He takes the interviewee and their spouse.
And their spouse.
Because he doesn't want crazy in the building.
Because he does not want crazy showing up in the building. And here's the thing, anybody can put on a great front. I mean, you can all, I bet you, every single one of you right now is thinking of somebody in your head, in your mind. You go, man, they really looked great. Turned out not so much. Who you are always shows up. You cannot hide it. It may take time, but it does. So in other words, before you can do, you have to be. And I think that's the problem, because we're so action-based. Like, we want to do, succeed. Achievers, you guys that are in the room that are achievers, you understand that you're not like the rest of the world. Okay, here's permission to be special. Achievers, that's a state of being. You achieve in everything you do. It's who you are. You're made to be an achiever. People who aren't that way, achievement is something they do occasionally. Do you understand what I'm saying? You either have an achievement mindset, or it's just occasionally something, wow, I achieved this. And you guys are people, that's who you are, and that's why it shows up with results, because you have the character of an achiever. The interesting thing about your inside development is that it's totally within your control. Has anybody ever been at the mercy of things they can't control? How frustrating is that? It's why we teach. What numbers do we teach you to track?